The eldest daughter-in-law of the family, Amrita, was a woman with an uncontrollable need to be in charge of everything. She firmly believed that even the air in the house should move according to her wishes. Her greatest ambition was centered on her only brother-in-law, Arav. A successful architect, Arav was calm, sensible, and content living in his own world. Amrita was determined to see him married to her cousin, Sanya, so that the reins of the household would always remain firmly in her hands. On the other hand, the middle daughter-in-law, Natasha, was well aware of Amrita's manipulative nature and could see her own influence within the family gradually slipping away. When she noticed that Amrita had invited her cousin to stay in the mansion with the clear intention of securing the match, Natasha devised a plan of her own. Under the pretense of offering her work in interior design, she invited Chiara, the cousin of one of her close friends, to the house. The beginning of the story. It was 10 o'clock on a bright morning. Sitting in the drawing room with cups of tea in hand, Amrita wasted no time singing Sanya's praises. "Arav," she said with a warm smile, "Sanya is such a sensible girl. Only yesterday, she organized every single spice in the kitchen so neatly. A daughter-in-law like her is a rare blessing." Arav responded with nothing more than a faint smile before hiding behind his newspaper. Just then, Natasha made her entrance. Standing behind her was Chiara, a modern, confident, and artistic young woman. "Anyone can manage the household chores," Natasha said innocently. "But a home should have the right vibe. Chiara is a brilliant interior designer. Arav, don't you think this house could do with a fresh new look?" Arav felt it wasn't the right moment for an argument, so he quietly excused himself and walked away. But the game had already begun. The battleground. From the kitchen to the drawing room. Over the next 3 days, the mansion turned into a battlefield. Sanya and Chiara became locked in a silent competition, each trying to impress Arav in her own way. While Sanya prepared traditional dishes in the kitchen, Chiara spent her time in the drawing room discussing architectural sketches and design concepts with Arav. Meanwhile, Amrita and Natasha remained busy directing their respective players like seasoned strategists. One evening, Amrita quietly told Sanya, "You're making dinner tonight, and you'll serve Arav yourself." Natasha happened to overhear the conversation. She immediately pulled Chiara aside and whispered, "Tonight, you'll arrange a candlelit setting on the terrace for Arav." Understood. What happened that evening was beyond anyone's imagination. In the kitchen, Sanya was so nervous while cooking that she accidentally added sugar instead of salt. At the same time, Chiara lit candles on the terrace, but a strong gust of wind caused one of the curtains to catch fire. Hearing the commotion, the entire family rushed upstairs. Arav was busy putting out the flames, while Sanya and Chiara blamed each other for the chaos. Their mother-in-law, Vimla, was absolutely furious. "Enough of this nonsense!" Vimla's voice echoed throughout the mansion. "The two of you have turned this house into an arena for proving your dominance. And these young women, have we really fallen so low that we have to bring outsiders into our home just to find a bride for my younger son?" Amrita and Natasha were left speechless. Arav stood there quietly, brushed the soot from his hands, and said softly, "Mum, I don't need anyone to choose for me." Climax. Arav's surprise. The following day, an uneasy silence filled the mansion. Both Sanya and Chiara had returned to their own homes. Amrita and Natasha finally began to realize their mistake. They had spent so much time trying to decide Arav's future that they had never once asked what he actually wanted. Later that day, Arav arrived home with a young woman by his side. She wasn't a celebrity, nor was she exceptionally modern or overly traditional. Her name was Isha, and she worked alongside Arav at his architectural firm. Standing before the entire family, Arav spoke calmly. "Mom, I've grown tired of this endless competition. Isha isn't just my partner at work. She's my partner in life as well. We've known each other for the past 2 years. Everyone here was so busy trying to arrange my marriage. But did anyone ever stop to ask what I wanted? The color drained from Amrita's and Natasha's faces. Their carefully orchestrated game of moving people around like chess pieces had completely fallen apart. Vimla smiled warmly and welcomed Isha into the family.